भक्तबिंदसमन्वितं Shri Chaitanya Prabhum Vande Nityananda Sahoditam Shri Nandanandanang Vande Radhika Charanodayam Gopijano Samayuktam Bindavanam Manoharam Vanchakalpataruvasya Kipasindhubhavacha Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Mukhaṁ karoti vācālam pangum langhayatagirim Yat kipātamahang vande Paramanandamādhavam Bindāvai tulsidev vai piya vai kesavasya Sna bhakti pade devi sattvatvai namo namaha Narayana namaskritta narum chaiva narottamam Deving saraswati vyasam tato jayo mudira Sankirtane Krishna kathopadeshe Gauriya patrasya prakasane cha Sadhanurakta guru bhakti yukta Bhakti pramodaksha jagot varun Deyam sada paribhavagna bhavishtadoham Tethas padam siva virinchanutam saranyam Vetatiham panotapal bhavadipotam Bande mahapurusate charunarvindam Yat padapallavanakhachandamani chataya Vispurjita kimapi gavodu swadarsi Purnanuragara sasagara saramurti Saradhika mai kada kipam karus Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Binda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Ajanulambita bhujau kanaka bodhato Sankirtanai kapitaro kamala yataksho Vishambaro Dijavaro Jugadharma Palo Bande Jagat Priyakaro Karuna Bhataro Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Namami Gange Tava Padu Pankajam Sura Suraira Vandito Diparupam Bhuktin Chamuktin Chadada Sinitam Bhavanurupena Sada Naranam Ganga Tarangaramaniya Jata Kalapam Gauri Nirantara Vibhushi Tobam Bhagam Narayano Priyamanango Madhapuharam Varanasi Purapati Bhajavi Shanatham Vagisha Jusho Vadane Lakshmir Yasacha Bhaksasi Jasyasti Hidaya Sambhit Tvam Nishingamaham Bhaji Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Hiranmayena patrena sattasya pihitam mukham Tattvam Pushnan apabrinu satto dharma yudhishtvai hiranmayena patrena sattasvapahitam mukham tvatvam pushnannapa sattva dharma yadishtaye. Gauriya Goshtipati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Prabhupada, Paramahamsa Jagadguru said that so long as we are going to depend upon our own intellectuality, own power, manpower, so long as we are going to depend, believe, we are going to rely, going to believe that we can save ourselves, it is called false ego. So long as we are going to depend upon our experience bank, till then I cannot take shelter unto the lotus feet of Supreme Lord in true sense. Many people coming, they are taking shelter of so-called Guru Vaishnava. They are following Ekadashi. They are doing everything, but false ego not going. False ego not going. Papa speaking, so long as you are going to depend upon yourself, I mean your own capacity, intellectuality, mind power, manpower, till then one cannot take shelter under the lotus feet of Bhagavan in true sense. And so long as Saranagati is not there, then ascending procedure, descending procedure, two procedures there. One, Prabhupada going to give example of monkey baby and cat baby. Prabhupada speaking, monkey baby, monkey mother, she has no responsibility. Monkey baby must catch mother. If there is any accident for that, mother is not responsible. Personal effort. But cat baby, mother cat going to take baby from one place to another, but catching that baby, own responsibility. This way, so long as we are going to depend upon our own power, like man taking lending money from bank. Similarly, after taking this body, we have taken some power, etc. from Prakriti. This body, or our false ego, I am man, you are woman, this kind of false ego. So long as we cannot, realize that it is our effort is futile efforts. Our false ego is useless. Ravan also could not, show humbleness. Whole life. Ravan always wanted to show false ego. Ragandhi, I am all in all. I am Amrita. I cannot die. This way, people can follow this. Prabhupada giving the example of Gajendra. So long that Gajendra, the topics of Gajendra coming in 8th canto, where Gajendra, actually in previous life he was Indudumna Maharaj, by the curse of some Rishi, Agastha Rishi, he developed this kind of elephant yoni, and now as an elephant he is roaming around in the forest, enjoying life with sea elephant, very nice. With sea elephant he is enjoying. At the same time, in the forest he was hero. Even lion, tiger used to fear him, fear that Gajendra. Now, one day, the elephant was taking birth in a lake, big water lake. There one crocodile catching leg of Gajendra. Gajendra was in trouble. The aquatic animal there in water getting power, more power. And Gajendra 1,000 years, Dibbo, Sahasravaso, fighting went on. And who is defeated, who is, this way, all the way, Gajendra could not find any solution. Gradually he is feeling weak. And all his relatives, wives, children, all they wanted to rescue Gajendra from this trouble, but nobody could. But nobody was successful. This way, ultimately, when Gajendra discovered that no one is there who can help me, I thought he is there, she is there, can help me, but nobody can help me. When finally could realize nobody can save me, then ultimately he started thinking what to do. His darshan going inside and searching something. Immediately Gajendra could remember that previous life he was Indudumna Raja, and that mantra what he got, you remember? So it is written, Jajapa paramam japyam praga janmanu shakshitam. What he received previous life, he started remembering. He is taking shelter of the Supreme Lord after a long time now today, when he is totally failure to protect himself. After that, Bhagavan came. So long as Gajendra was busy with his own power and own relative, everything, till then there was no way out. So the sadhus, they are also always speaking about Saranagati. In fact, in Gita, where Srimad Bhagavad Gita going to finish, from there actually, where Bhagavad Gita going to finish, actually from there our Atma Dharma, Atat Bhagavad Dharma starting. Atat Sarva Dharmana Parityajam. Sarva Dharmana Parityajam. Mamekam Karanam Bhajam. Aham Tam Sarva Papibhyo Mokshayishami Masucha. This is the starting point of Bhagavad Dharma from Saranagati. Shikhaya Saranagati Bhaktir Pran. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, you can remember Bhaktivinoda Thakur already wrote in his article that many among us taking Diksha from so-called Guru, following Ekadashi, chanting Harinam, going to different pilgrimage, Dhamma, but still, Bhaktivinoda speaking, we are not thinking about how to avoid committing offense, unto the lotus feet of Bhakti Devi. We are fasting, Ekadashi, Adi, Tithi, we are doing everything, but we are not thinking about this. How to avoid committing offense unto the lotus feet of Bhakti Devi. That we are not thinking. That is the main problem. So, Krishna is the shelter of infinity world, Krishna Sarvasraya. Whenever we are going to depend upon other demigods or maybe money power, manpower, everything, nothing can protect us. Nothing can protect us. Nothing can protect us. Only Krishna is the only protector. So, out of false ego, we forget everything. That prakriti kriyamanani gunokar, prakriti kriyamanani gunoir karmani sarvasaha ahankara vimuratma karta aham iti mannati. That is the main problem. Doership. I am enjoyer, I am doer. This is called bondage. This is called bondage actually. All Kurmi, Gyani, they are putting their efforts, big efforts, and try to come out successful in the way of their practice. Bhajan I cannot say. Though we know Bhagavan cannot be conquered, Bhagavan can never be conquered, but still Bhagavan can be conquered. Bhagavan can give one. It is written in Shastra. Tattva-nikampam susabhikshamanam bhunyana eva atmakrito vipakam urudbhag vibhavi vidadat namaste jiveto muktipati sadhaiva. Or other slokas also there. Athapite padambujadaya prasado leso nukrita eva hi janati tattvam bhagavan mahimno nacha ekopi chiran vichinmana ittadi people. By personal effort, nobody. False ego cannot allow us after Bhagavan. Different slokas are there, Bhagavad-ji Mahapuran here, they are all documents. There. Brahma also speaking, I am going to leave all my false ego, everything. Jnane prayasa mudapasya namanti eva jivanti sanmukharitam bhavadiya vartam stanestita satikatam tanuman manovir je prayasa ajito opi oshistoistrilokyam. Though we know you can never be conquered, but still you can be conquered. Bhagavan is defeated in front of the loveful seva of devotee and going to sell himself. Mahaprabhu also, if you go to Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can find many times Mahaprabhu speaking, I am sold to you. You can sell me anywhere you like. There is nothing but loveful comment. So, we are living in this world of hesitation, kuntha jagat, but we must depend upon those Vaikuntha Vani coming out from the lotus mouth of those pure devotees. Bhagavan already told in Gita, Tad vidhi paripatena parivesana sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshana. All bonded souls, they like to become Lord. Everybody, they like to become Lord. This is karmakanda. This is called karmakanda. We want to become Lord. Everybody want to become Lord. That's why we have to depend upon karmakanda. We like to become Lord. With Lordship, we think I am Lord. With this mood, if I approach a Guru Vaishnava, we can play a drama to approach a Guru Vaishnava taking Diksha. But this way you can get nothing. We can get deprived. Shastra Vakya all the scriptural advice, inner meaning can never get exposed in front of us. So, three conditions should be fulfilled. Tadvidhi, know it for sure, tadvidhi panipatena, 100% saranagati, panipatena, prashna, pariprashna, self-interrogation, seva, serving temperament should be there. Three conditions when fulfilled, then Tattva Jnani Mahapurush, my Guru Padma, Upadekshanti Thi Jnanam Jnaninos Tattva Darshina. Darshan. Prabhupada speaking, from Shruti, we have idea from Shruti, we know that all scriptural inner meaning, Shastriya, sacred Gyan, can never be exposed in front of us. So in Shruti it is written, Yasho deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru tasvaite kathitahi artha prakash pante mahatmana. Prabhupada speaking, it is written in Upanishad, the one the kind of bhakti and faith we have unto the lotus feet of Bhagavan, similar bhakti should be there unto the lotus feet of Guru Padma. Yasho deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha guru. Okay? Tasvaite kathitahi artha prakasvante mahatmana. Scriptural advice you can get or I can get, but so long as I am not going to develop the same amount, same tremendous loveful mood, toughful mood, loveful, bhakti, bhalavasar bhakti, unto a lotus feet of Guru Padma, just like Bhagavan. If I like Bhagavan, I love Bhagavan, it is not so important. But if I love Guru Padma the same way, then and only then all the analytical, scriptural, advice, the inner meaning of Shastras can get revealed in front of me, not before that. It is the advice of Sriman Mahaprabhu that try to become Tinadu Visunich, Tararopi Tararuva Sahisnuna Amanina Manandira Kitaniya Sadahari. Tinadu Visunichena Tararopi Sahisnuna. Tararopi, Prabhupada approved, but here actually originally it is Tinadu Visunichena Tarariva Se. Tinadu Visunichena Tarariva Sahisnuna. Like trees. Follow what I say. So, Tinadu Visunijana Tarava Saishna Amanina Manadina Kitaniya Sadahari. So, if we can maintain Tinadu Baba, then finally we can come out successful. If not so, then there is no question of success in our life. No question. By personal effort, we cannot know this secret tattva. Hiran mayena patrena sattasya pihitam mukham tattvam pashnan napabrinu satto dharmaya dishtaye. Rishis, they are praying in front of Bhagavan. In front of Bhagavan praying, Hey Bhagavan, Hey Sarvajeev Palak, you are the caretaker of all jivas. I know. Your impersonal Brahma effulgence, going to cover up our eyes, we cannot see the absolute truth, which is kept inside a golden pot. Golden pot is a philosophical discussion. Hiran Mahin Patrena. All golden effulgence all around. So that secret, absolute truth, absolute object, Param Sattavastu, as if kept inside, secretly inside a golden box, golden pitcher, and the outlet is sealed. Hiran Mayina Patrena Sattasya Pahitam Mukham Tattvam Prashnan Apabrenu Satto Dharma Yadishtaye. So you please, open the curtain. Then we, our pure devotees, we like to see, we like to become your pure devotees, like to see your Sattva Sarup. Because they're very rare, it's kept hidden secretly inside a golden box or pitcher. So, rishis, they are praying in Upanishad, Ishopanishad, Hiran Mayena Patrena Sattasya Pahitam Mukham Tattvam Prashnan Apabrinu Satto Dharma Yadishtaye. Under the guidance of our Guru Varga, Baldev Vidyabhushan or Jiva Gosvāmīpāda, Rupa Gosvāmīpāda, Sanatan or Bhaktivinoda Thakur Prabhupada, we are trying our best to know this Bhagavad Tattva, which is really very rare. You can remember, first week, our discussion was up to Brahma, what is the secrecy, how Bhagavan manifesting as Karanarnavasai, how Bhagavan gradually manifesting in the material world. Bhagavan himself coming in different form. Bhagavan Sri Krishna Swayam Rūpa Bhagavan. After that, first of all, Bhagavan Sri Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. From Swayam Bhagavan, Swayam Rūpa, Tadikatma Rūpa, Aves Rūpa. From Swayam Rūpa, Vajendanandan, Krishna, Rasbihari. After that, Swayam Prakash can be divided into two parts. Prabhav Vaibhav, Prabhav Prakash, Vaibhav Prakash. When it is Rasa Leela, it is called Prabhav Prakash. And Balaram, Adi, Divuj, Vasudev, Chatru. I already discussed everything. And Tadikatma Rūpa, Sangsho, Vilas. From Sangsho, different Purush Avatar, first Purush Avatar, second Purush Avatar, third Purush Avatar. From Sangsho, we can get Manvantar Avatar, 14. Yugavatar, Gunavatar, everything. From Vilas, we can get Prabhav Vilas, Vaibhav Vilas, Prabhav Vilas, Daruka, Chaturbhuj, Vaibhav Vilas, Parabrahmastha Chaturbhuj, all different I already discussed. Now point is that, how Bhagavan coming in the form of Brahma, Shankar, Rudra, everything. In the whole universe, infinite universe, there is one and single tattva that is called Advaita Tattva. There is no other tattva actually. There is only one tattva. That is called Advaita Tattva. About this Advaita Tattva, it is written in Srimad Bhagavad Mahapuran, Vadanti tattvavidam sattam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdati. Brahmeti paramati vadanti tattvavidam sattam yad jnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdati. In fact, as per Gauriya Darshan, there is infinity diversity in this Advaita Tattva. Though Tattva is one and the single, there is infinity diversity. But Mayavadi speaking, no. There is only one tattva. That is called Advaita tattva. There cannot be any diversity. If we accept the mood of diversity, then we have to accept dual conception can grow. Advaita tattva cannot. But it's not that. So anyway, we already discussed about how Brahma coming, how different way Brahma can come from different Brahma, Garbhodakasai, second Purusha avatar from navel portion, a Jivagoti Brahma, in some other kalpa from Garbhoda water, in some kalpa Garbhodagasto Teja, Athava from Vayu, and in other kalpa, Garbhodakasai Vishnu, right hand part, Brahma taking birth. This way, it is known Brahma Janmo, the controlling is in the hand of Bhagavan Supreme Lord. Brahma taking birth, but he is under the control of Bhagavan, and since some kalpa, according to the desire of Bhagavan, sometime this way, sometime that way, all different way, we already discussed. And we already discussed what is called Hiranyagarbha Brahma, Vairaj Brahma, Vairaj Brahma is the gross body, or material body, all. And like your body, inside your body there is Atma, fine form, that is called Hiranyagarbha Brahma, who is enjoying all enjoyment there in Brahma Loka, and with the material gross body is maintaining everything. All we discuss, what all are the purpose for why Brahma coming, all we discuss. And the kalpa and the special kalpa, when Bhagavan himself taking the form of Brahma, in that Brahma is equal to Bhagavan himself. Ishvarattvapekshaya tashu sastri praktavatarata samastitena bhagavat sanni krishtotvayochati Ashyavatarata Kvaischit Abhishatvena Kvaischit. Different kind of, according to desire of Bhagavan. We don't know how and why Bhagavan doing this. So it is written, Rupa Gosvāmīpāda writing, Ishatvapekshaya. Anyway, Brahma Janma is dependent upon Bhagavan. All power is there inside, in the hand of Bhagavan. Ishatvapekshaya tasyo shastre praktavatarata samastitena bhagavat sannikrishtatvayochate tasavatarata koischit abhishatvena Ishatvapekshaya tasyo shastre praktavatarata samastitena bhagavat Sannikrishtatvayochati Ashyavatarata Kvaischit Aveshatvena Question. After that, from Brahma Samhita I already discussed Bhashyano Yatha. From Brahma Samhita I already told previous week Bhashyano Yatha Asma Shakaleshu Nijeshu Te Yaha Shyam Kiyat Prakatayatyopi Tadvadatro Brahmaya eva jagatanda vidhana karta Govindamadi purusham tamam bhajami Garbhodasayino ashyabhad janmo navi saruruhat Kadachit sriyati nirat tejo batadi kadopi. All I discussed. After that we already discussed something about Rudra. Shankar. So about Rudra, Rupa Goswami was writing, Rudro ekadaso vuhas tatha astatanoropi asau prayaha panchananas stri akshau dasabahu rudichate. So about Rudra it is written, Rudra, two type of Rudra. Just like Brahma avatar, Shaktabil avatar, sometime it is written. So, that Param Purush, by the help of the three modes of nature, Sato, Rajo, Tamo, going to handle, going to control, taking the charge of Satagun, Vishnu taking the charge of Rajagun, Brahma, Tamagun, charge, etc. This way they are creating this creation, and Hari, Virinchi, Haro, three different name takings. Many times I discussed before. Now, this Ishwarkati Rudra, about him, Rupa Goswami was speaking about him, Ishwarkati Rudra, in Mahabharata it is, in Mahabharata we can get explanation, Sri Rudra, Ekadas view, like sun god, taking 12 different forms. Sun god taking 12 different forms in 12 months. Similarly, Rudra, 11 Rudra, Mahatma, name I already told previous week, Ajay Kapat, Ahi, Bradno, Virupaksho, Vairaj, Haru, Bahurupa, after that Trambako, Savitro, Jayanto, Pinaki, Aparajito is 11 different names. Also in 8 different forms, Shankar going to protect the material world. Layer Ashtamurti, going to take care of layer Prithvi, water, Teja, Vayu, Akash, Surya, Chandu, Jajman, Ashtamurti. 8 different murti. Out of all those Rudra, Saru, Panchapadan, 5 Panchanan, 5 faces are prominent and 10 arms. And each and every face having 3 different eyes. The third eye is Ganchakshu. They can see past, present, and future, everything. So each face having 3 different eyes. Usually we have seen they have 3 faces. Rudra, Shankar, Devi. This is called Jnana Chakshu. So Ishwar Kati Rudra Varnana, this is called Ishwar Kati Rudra. One, Bhagavan himself coming in the form of Rudra. Bhagavan himself coming in the form of Rudra is called Ishwar Kati Rudra. It's called Ishwar Kati Rudra. Except that any qualified jiv can take the post also. It's called Jivakoti. Otherwise, Ishwar could mean Bhagavan himself. This way, we know Rudro Ekadasu Buhos Tathastu Tanur Opi Asau Prayaha Panchananastraksho Dasabahu Rudirjati. Okay, after that is in Kachit Jivo Visheshwatvam Harasoktam Vidheribo Tattu Shesho Badevastvam Tad Angshattena Kirtita. Some scriptural statements indicate that Lord Hara is an individual jiva, like Brahma. These are description of partial expression of Hara, similar to some statement about Ananta Seva, Ananta Shesha. About Ananta Seva, one example given. The example is in a very prominent, very nice. If we realize, we can understand. Bhagavan speaking in Shastra, Riksuti in Rigved, Rigved, it is in Echo. Whatever I desire, according to that I can do everything. Because I have free will. Bhagavad Mahapuran, first canto, first sloka, first chapter, you know. Yanma dasu yatuanmayad itarata swarti susavigya sarato. Okay. Bhagavan not dependent upon anybody. Bhagavan speaking, according to my desire, I can arrange the birth of Brahma, Shankar, everybody. According to my nature, if I like to make Rudra very aggressive, so I can make. I like to make Rudra very aggressive, that I am making. I can make. If I like to make Brahma, accordingly, Rishi, Abuddhiman, all I am taking birth from me. Directly in it. So after that, it is written, Param Purush Sri Narada Eko Aham Bahu Shyam. He wanted to create praja, many jivas, express. Jivas are eternally present. In fact, Kal, Karma, Ishwar, Jiva, Maya, 5 things. All eternally present. So, Bhagavan speaking, according to my desire I am doing. There are descriptions of partial expression of Hara, similar to some statements about Anantadev. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his Sanatana Sikha, they are speaking about Tattva. Lord Luddha about Ishwar Tattva. Sanatana learning and Mahaprabhu speaking Sanatana Sikha. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught Sanatana Goswami, that is known as Sanatana Sikha. there are descriptions of partial expression of Hara, similar to some statements about Ananta Shesha Anantadev in the form of Sheshanaga. Lord says Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Sanatana Sikha, in Sanatana Sikha it is written, in Sanatana Sikha it is written, in Sanatana Sikha it is written that Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sanatana Sikha speaking, Rudra is neither Vishnu nor a finite jiva, but is in a special intermediate category of his own. But Srila Baladev Vidyabhushan, in his commentary on the previous two verses, using the word Ishvara in referring to Rudra's original appearance in the world, indicating virtual quality with the personality of Godhead. I mean, Lord Ananta Sesa, the bed in which Mahavishnu is sleeping, is Ananta Deva. It's right, Ananta Sesa. Lord Ananta Sesa, Anantadev is the bed of Mahavishnu and a direct expansion of the Supreme Lord, Godhead. Can empower a jiva to act in his name, I mean Ananta, hold the material planets and everything. Lord Rudra similarly empowers jiva representatives. Try to hear. I mean, the Shesha who is holding the earth is the Shesha who is holding the earth. Lord Shesha who is holding the earth is called actually some qualified jiva. Yes. So, Baladev Vidyabhushan saying in his commentary on the two verses, Ishvara, referring to the original appearance in the world, including virtual quality with the personality of Godhead. Lord Ananta Sesa. So, this way, actually, it is written that according to my desire, Bhagavan speaking, I can create Rudra, Brahma with aggressive mood, or I can create Brahma or any Rishi, Manis, all I am creating. Param Purush, Ekvaham Bahuswam, when that Param Purush Narayan wanted to create this material world, creation, starting from there, from Narayan, Brahma is created, from Narayan, Rudra is created, from Narayan, Prajapati created, from Narayan, Indra created, from Narayan, Ashtabasu created, from Narayan, Ekadash Rudra created, from Narayan, Dadas Aditya created this way. In Maha-Narayana Upanishad, there it is written this way, what is I am discussing. And Mahopanishad also, Maha-Narayana Upanishad this way, this discussion that I already done. And Mahopanishad, it is also written, previously there was only Narayan, no Brahma, nothing, no Rudra, nothing. This way, gradually, in the meditation stage of Narayan, from his forehead, it is written, Mahopanishad, from his forehead, Narayan, from in meditation, when Narayan is from there, Sulapani Purush with 3 eyes on his face, creating, and Saundaryavati Strī, one beautiful lady, Sattva, Brahmacharya, Tapasya, Vairagya, etc. Everything was created from Narayan. And from another Moksha Dharma, upper Moksha Dharma there, Mahabharata, there Bhagavan speaking, Prajapati Brahma and Rudra, I created both of them, but they, due to my enormous Maya, unending Maya, magic spell, they cannot know me. Follow what speaking, Baldev Vidya. They are created by me, both of them. But due to great influence of Maya, they cannot know me. They cannot know me. They cannot know me. By this word, it is quite natural we can understand the how time to time when Jivatma also can take the form of Rudra Janmutta and is Jivatma. Jivatmane is Jiv. Some qualified Jiv can take, because otherwise we cannot say about original Sankar who is hypnotized by Maya. It cannot so happen. Vaishnavaram Jasasambhu. So, in this way, when it is Moksha Dharma, when Bhagavan speaking, Prajapati Brahma or Rudra I created, but they out of my Maya, enormous Maya, they cannot know me. By this word from Moksha Dharma, it is clear that Rudra how took place a Jivatma. I mean, some qualified Jiv can take the form of Brahma. Again, Vishnu Dharma Grantha, Vishnu Dharmattar Grantha, it is written, Brahma আর রুদ্র পঞ্চত্বের সংবাদ পাওয়া যায়. পঞ্চত্ব mean just like Vishnu Tej, Samriddha, Brahma, Tej. Just like in Brahma Samhita, what is written now, previously, Bhashyana Jatha Asma Sakalesu Nijeshu Tejaha Shyam Kiyat Prakatetiyopi Tadvadatro Brahmaja eva jagadanda vidhana karta govinda madhi purusham tamaham bhajami. This actually. So, Vishnu Dharmattar Grantha, we can get information about Brahma, Rudra, about their Panchattva. Panchattva means from the power coming and entering into the body of one qualified jiva, and they become Brahma, Rudra, Surya, Chandra, Indra. So, in Vishnu Dharmattar Grantha it is written, Brahma, Rudra, Panchatya Sangbad we can get, just like Vishnu Tejaha, Samriddha Brahma, taking the power from Vishnu, become Brahma, Rudra, Chandra, Surya, Indra, all they are different demigods are there. Though you are taking charge of different seva, Srishti, regarding creation, relating to creation, Jagadadhu. So, Panchattva mean, try to understand Panchattva mean, try to understand, like our body is made up of five elements of nature. Okay? 5 elements, the Khitya, Patej, Marudvam. But when we can leave our body, then five elements what we took, lend, just like lending money, we took from nature. After our death, body is burnt up or put inside mud. 5 elements can enter into 5 elements. It's called Panchattva. Mane, body cannot stay, Atma is there eternal, but body cannot stay. But anyway, body cannot stay. So this way, Panchattva means all demigods, Brahma, Surya, Chandra, Indra, Astabhasa, all. After that, when their duty is over, when their Rudra Janma is over, Brahma, Surya, all they are over, they can get vanished. Panchattva Prapto. Nisprabho, they can lose their power. Jagat Karjo Avashane, when the seva relating to this creation is over, when their duty is over, finally they can get vanished in this material world. This is called Nisprabho, mane they can lose their power, Bhagavan can take away power and they can mix with this material nature. It's called Panchattva. So, previously there was only Narayan. So previously there was only Narayan. That is more practical and scientific. It is written, Ekvaham Bahusvam, Upanishad, Veda, everywhere. If we are not going to accept this way, then all different Shastra, their conclusion can make confusion. All their conclusion can make confusion inside me. Follow. Different Shastra Vakya can go against each other. So, previously there was only Narayan, it is very good. And gradually creation took place. Brahma, Sankara, Vidhi. One example Baldev Vidyabhushan giving to clarify this point. Just like in some Shastra, it is written Brahma Jivkoti. In some Shastra it is written Brahma Jivkoti. And in other Shastra it is written Brahma Ishwarkoti. Similarly, in some Shastra, Rudra is written as Jivakoti, whereas in other places, Rudra, Bhagavad Angsharup, Kirtan, it is written Bhagavad Angsha, Rudra. Says Anantadev also, like the example says Anantadev, can be stay in front of Ishwarkoti and Jivkoti. Similarly, Rudra also Ishwarkoti, Jivkoti, two types. In some kalpa, Vishnu, if the situation demands so, Vishnu himself taking the form of Rudra and going to destroy everything. And in other kalpa, some pious, very Sukriti Jiva also can take the form of Rudra and destroy. This is also possible. These two types of Sangar Karta, they are known as Gunavatar. The net outcome is that Shangsho or Vibhinnangsha Bhede, Angsho Divido, I told, Shangsho and Vibhinnangsha Bhede, Divido, Shangsho, Vibhinnangsha Bhede, out of that, Bhagavan is Seshwajja, the bed on which Bhagavan sleeping, is called Sangsha Ishwar Koti. Is called Sangsha Ishwar Koti. Bhagavan sleeping on the bed of Anantadev. It is called Adhar Shakti. It's called Adhar Shakti. Sheshdev Sangsha Ishwar Koti or Bhudhari, who is going to hold on the earth, is called Sheshdev. Is Adhar Shakti Avishto Vibhinnangsha Jiv, not Sangsha. Mind it. One Sheshadeva who is holding the earth, Adhar Shakti, some power is translated to him, is some qualified jiva, Vivinna Angsha Jeev Vishesh. In different Puran, different kind of conclusion given. So if you can follow Rupa Goswami path, then there is no problem. Otherwise confusion can take place. So, some qualified jiva can holding on this earth is called, qualified jiva is called Adhar Shakti Sheshdev, Bhudhari, who is holding the Bhu, mane Prithivi. After that, Rupa Goswami was writing, Haraha Purusho Dhamotvat Nirgunaha Prayo Evasha Vikarova Niho Tamo Yogat Sarvai Pratiyate. Haraha Purusho Dhamotvat Nirgunaha Purushaha. It is written Haraha Purusho Dhamotvat. Haraha Purusho Dhamotvat Nirgunaha Prayo Evasa Vikaro Van Iho Tamo Yogat Sarvai Pratiyate. In Bhagavad Mahapuran, Parikshit Maharaj asking to Sukdev Goswami that why it is happening so. All different demigods are there. Some jivas going to worship Ganapati Maharaj, some Shankar, some Suryo, some Devi Maya, but they are getting appliances, different facilities, different powers. But why it happens so that usually all those devotees, Niskinchan, they are worshipping Bhagavan, who is all in all, Supreme Lord, but they are not getting any facility. They are always Niskinchan, this, that, why happens so? Why it is happening? Then Shukdev Goswami told, Harirhi nirguno shakshat purushaha prakrite pare. Harirhi nirguno shakshat purusha prakrite pare. Sa sarvadrik upadashta tang bhajano nirguno bhave. Shukdev Goswami wanted to say, Hari is beyond this material world. Hari is beyond this material limit. But Shankar, Brahma, or Indra, Devi Maya, all, Rudra, all there within this Devi Dham. So naturally they are not Nirguna. To worship to bhajan of Nirguna Vastu, you must be Nirguna. That is the plain answer. Very straight answer, no problem. So, Haraha Purusho Dhamotvat Nirgunaha Prayo Evasa. Vikaravani Iho Tamo Yogat Sarvai Prati Ate. So, Shakto Rajas Tamo, three qualities we see. Param Purush, Shakto Tamo Ittadi Purvakta Sloke, Jake Param Purush Avirbhav inheriting, that Rudro, Ditya Purush Mahavishnu Murti Bhed, that Rudro, Ditya Purush Mahavishnu Murti Bhed. So, usually in this case, Arthat, he purposely going to take the dress of Tama. Actually, he is Nirgun. Remember, he is purposely taking the dress of Tama for controlling Tama. Like one man I told, working in police department, his Vaishnav, very nice Vaishnav, district magistrate, or what to do. He is bound to accept this, SP going to take the dress of policeman. So externally it seems he is contaminated, but he is a great Vaishnava. Like our Bhaktivinoda Thakur, great Vaishnava, Bhagavad Parsha, acting as district magistrate. So this can so happen. So Rajastamo, Itvadi, etc., the sloka is already Haraha, Purusho dhamatvat nirgunaha praya evasa vikaravan iho tamo yogat sarvai pratiyate. So Rajas, Sattva Rajas Tamai three Purvakta slok, this sloka, where Param Purush, Param Purush Avirva Buliya Patkara is all coming from Param Purush, that Sri Rudra, here Sri, here this word Sri added. So Sri means surely it's not that Tamaguni Rudra. That Sri Rudra, Ditiya second Purusha avatar, non-different from him. And usually, due to the responsibility of controlling the Tamaguna, he is out of his own desire, voluntarily going to accept Tamagun. So, be careful, he is originally Nirgun. Originally Nirgun. But, in contact with Tamagun, he is going to control Tamagun. So naturally, if you are going to swim into water, water cannot touch you, it cannot so happen. But can happen if you take all oil, full body, olive oil, all, and you jump, water cannot stand. Like in the lotus flower, if water is there, water cannot stand, because so many pigment coming out, sleepy, so water cannot touch this way. So, whenever, he is going to control Tamagun, some ignorant people externally can pass remark that Rudra avatar is also Tamo avatar. Baladev Vidyausam speaking, since he need to control Tamagun, so externally some extraordinary appearance somebody can discover. So those who are ignorant, they can see that Shankar is undergoing some vikar. Khiram jatha dodhi vikar vishesha yogat sanjayate nahi natu tataha prithakasya hetu. Ya sammutam api tatha swamipati karjat govindamadi purusham. Also, in 10th canto, 88th chapter, you can find Shivaha Shakti Yutaha Shashat Trilingo Guna Sambritaha Ki Shivaha Shakti Yutaha Shashat Trilingo Guna Sambritaha. Okay, what to do? So, while Shankar need to get control over Tamagun, so externally it seems some activity, something it seems is unusual. So those ignorant people, they are passing remark that Shankar is Tama. This way. But actually not so. He remained untouched. He remained untouched, undisturbed. Abhikari, never undergo any reaction. Tamagun, due to the contact with Tamagun, it seems like distorted mood, but actually not so. So, Baladev Vidyausam speaking, Tamagun Vashato, since he is going to control Tamagun, it seems externally that he has undergone some vikar, some distortion, reaction. Regarding this, there is some documents here. Rudra always Sataraja Tamaguner Sammavastha Prakriti Dara Yuktu Rudra. Rudra always influence, a Vishaya there is some documents, Rudra always Sato-Rajo Tamagun, Sambhavasta Rupa Prakriti Dara Yukto o Gunokhavito Haile. It is written, so many things are written. Haro Haraha Purusodhamatvat. That slok, I like to explain a little bit more. When Lord Hara, you have to concentrate, otherwise you cannot understand. When Lord Hara is a personal expansion of the Purusha, he is nearly why this word? Approximately transcendental. Because externally going to accept Tamagun, so he is nearly transcendental to the material modes. But because of his duty, responsibility with the mode of ignorance, that's why externally all in this material world perceive some ignorant people can think him as a wrong way, can accept him wrong way, him as subject world, this way, but because of his contact with the mode of ignorance, all in this world, material world, perceive him as subject to transformation. He has undergone some reaction, they think so. We find in 10th canto also, Shivaha Shakti Yutaha Shashatrilingo Guno Sangritaha. The Lord Shiva is always united with this personal energy, Shakti, the material nature. He manifests three features. He manifests three features in response to the entities of the nature's three modes. He can help in different way. Some jiva who is in tamaguna, he can see the same thing tama. Who is in rajaguna, he can also find in rajaguna. Who is in satoguna, he can also, like the case of, you see, prachetas, dasa pracheta, 10 prachetas, they are getting kripa of Shankar, Rudra Gita. So, they are not deprived. So it is written, he manifests, that's a Shankar, Rudra, manifests three features in response to the entities of nature's three modes, according to that. As mentioned in first canto verse, that three gunas, avataras, so Lord Rudra is eternally related with material nature in her natural state of equilibrium. When her moods become agitated, try to understand. Before creation, I have to discuss some Srishti Tattva, creation Tattva, tomorrow. Creation Tattva, Srishti Tattva. In Srishti Tattva it is written, when no creation is there, then Mayadevi staying in equilibrium condition, peaceful, there is no agitation. Maya can stay in Sataraja Tamagun when in balancing condition, equilibrium, then no agitation. When Mahavishnu looking at this Prakriti, then Sataraja Tamagun can get disturbed, then Pradhan, the original possibility of this creation, can take some form. From there also Rajo Tamagun division, from Sato, Adhikarik Devata, Rajo, all sense organ, everything, and from Tabo, Tanmatra, everything, all I can discuss tomorrow. So, as indicated in the verse by the words Nirguna, it is written, nearly transcendental, this word bound to use. Lord Hara sometimes allows Lord Hara, Hara mane? Lord Harina, Hara, Sankar. Lord Hara sometimes allows himself to be covered up by ignorance, purposely. Purposely. It is generally, it is, I already told, that in front of different people having different nature, somebody having the influence of Tama, Shankar going to express Tama, somebody, Rajagun predominating factor, then Raja and Sattva. This way. So, in front of Pracheta, 10 Pracheta, Bhagavan Shankar came and, and they were all successful by Rudra Gita, Rudra, Bhagavan Rudra giving. So, Lord Rudra is eternally related with the material nature in her neutral state of equilibrium. When her moods, Prakriti, when in balanced condition, then okay, Rudra is also there. But when become agitated and but when become agitated and develop the visible creation in fine form staying inside Vishnu, when taking the form of visible position, 3 modes, visible creation, he becomes Trilinga. He becomes Trilinga. It is generally accepted that his association, Hara, with the matter subjects him to material changes. But in truth, he is changeless. Lord Hara sometimes allows himself to be covered up by ignorance. It is generally accepted that his association with matter subjects him to material change. But in true sense, he is always remaining unchanged. So, Lord Rudra is eternally related with the material nature in her neutral state of equilibrium, always there. When her modes become agitated, when Mahavishnu looking and the equilibrium state of Prakriti nature is disturbed, Sataraja Tamagun in balancing condition, but after when Mahapurush looking, then the Sataraja Tamagun feel disturbed, then Mahatattva created, her moods become created and develops, then and only then the visible, then and only then this visible creation we can see. He, arthat then Shankar Rudra becomes Trilinga. That's it. Shivaha Shakti Yataha Shashat Trilingo Guna Samrita, it is written in Bhagavatam. Shivaha Shakti Yataha Shashat Trilingo Guna Samritaha, it is written. So, Lord Rudra, eternally related with the material nature in her neutral state of equilibrium, when her moods become agitated by the looking of the Supreme Lord towards her and develop the occasion, then he becomes Trilinga. Just as the Trilingo Guna Samritaha. Surrounded from a distance by the 3 modes. Surrounded, externally he becomes Trigun Avrita. Externally, it seems that he is covered up with Trilinga Gunabrita, Trilingo Gunasamrita. But, like one example I can give, when we are looking towards sun god, suppose there is cloud in the sky, black cloud, blackish cloud. Due to that cloud, we cannot see the sun god. That doesn't mean sun god is vanished. Sun god is there. Sun god is there. And how big the sun god is, even we cannot imagine. In comparison to this earth. More than 14 lakhs of time more, the volume. Then how it is possible for a piece of cloud to cover up the sun god and we cannot see? We cannot say the sun god is vanished. We cannot say it's covered up. But one small piece of cloud, how can cover the sun god? With enormous size. Similarly, it is written that from distance. So, for me, sun god is covered up by cloud, but long distance. Sun god is not covered. Cloud piece, the piece of cloud and sun god, there is big distance, But still, it seems sun god is covered by the cloud. So, Lord Rudra is eternally related with the material nature in her neutral state of equilibrium. When her modes become agitated and take the form of this visible creation, he becomes Trilinga. But he becomes Trilinga Gunabritaha. Shivaha Shakti Yutaha Shashat Trilingo Gunasamritaha. So he becomes Trilinga Gunabrita, surrounded by Trigun from a distance by the three modes. But he is actually untouched. Lord Rudra is famous for being covered up by the modes of ignorance. How then he can correctly, how then can one correctly call him Trilinga? The answer is that the modes of nature always intermingle. So, when Rudra contacts Tamoguna, he also contacts Sattva and Raja also there. Not only Tam. From Srimad Bhagavatam concludes that only ordinary people consider him covered up by modes of nature. Actually, he is free from any guna. Also from Brahma Samhita, we know, Khiram Jatha Dadi Vikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayati Na Hi Tataha Pitakasti Hetoho Ya Sambatam Api Tata Swamipati Karjat Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Khiram Jatha Dadi Vikara Vishesha Yogat. I already discussed Brahma Samhita long ago, there I already told. So, Khiram Jatha Dadi Vikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayati Nahi Tataha Pritakasti Hetu Ya Sambatam Api Tata Swamipati Karjat Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Follow what I say. So, in Brahma Samhita it is written, milk get converted into yogurt. Milk can get converted into yogurt by addition of some catalyst. When mixed with milk can be converted into yogurt if mixed with a yogurt culture, some catalyst. But actually, it is constitutionally nothing but milk. Similarly, Govinda, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, taking the form of Lord Shiva Shambhu for the special purpose of material transactions, I offer my obeisances unto the lotus feet of that Govinda. So, this way we should understand, just like the example of milk and curd. Milk is converted constitutionally all same, not different, but externally different. In this verse it is explained how Lord Rudra remains transcendental to the material modes of nature while apparently being affected by the contact with the mode of ignorance. Shambhu Rudra is not a completely separate person from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Supreme Lord Krishna. Rather, Shambhu is his special transformation. Remember, the Supreme Lord, when voluntarily like to accept the changes of mode of ignorance, and thus expands himself for this specific purpose without giving up his transcendental nature. Transcendental nature being unchanged, externally the Supreme Lord, when purposely like to take charge, when the Supreme Lord purposely like to take charge of the mood of ignorance, and thus Supreme Lord expanding himself for this specific purpose, but without giving up his transcendental nature. His original transcendental nature is not going to be disturbed for that. Be careful with this conclusion, otherwise wrong conception can throw us. Khiram jatha dadi vikara vishesha yogat sanjayati nahi tata pitakasti hetu ya sambutam api tata sompayati karjat govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. It is written, after that, Rupa Goswami writing, Vidher lalatat janmasya kadachit kamalapatehe kalagni rudraha kalpante bhavit sankarsanad opi. So, it is very clear, Rudra, follow. Rudra always Satara Jatama Tingun Triling. It is written Trilingo Gunabritaha. Is it? Now somebody can say why we can say is affected by Trilingo. The answer is there, Satara Jatama Gun Paraspar Vimishran. Try to understand. Any quality of nature you cannot find in pure form. Follow. If somebody having Rajagun, that means it is one kind of admixture. According to nature, some Rajagun is predominating factor, but Satagun and Tamagun also there. So any quality of this nature you cannot find in pure form. That's why Shankar taking charge of Tamagun, that doesn't mean Rajagun, Tamagun, Rajagun and Satagun not there. So there cannot be any confusion in it. When it is written, Shivaha Shakti Yutaha Shashat Trilingu Gunasamritaha, it is written that somebody can say, how is covered up with three gunas? Why? He is taking charge of Tamaguna only, but not that. Any guna, any quality in this material world, always you can find in mixing form. Any quality, not in pure form. Rajagun you cannot find only Raja. Tamagun you cannot find in only Tama. Or Satagun you cannot find only Sata. Always some admixture. It depends upon the nature of the jiva in which those qualities, resting. So, Khiram Jatha Dodi Vikara Vishesha Yogat Sanjayate na hi tataha pitagasti hetu ja sammutam api tata samipati karjat Govindamadi Purusham Tamabhaya. Now after that it is written Vidher lalatat janma shu kadachit kamala patehe Kalagni Rudraha Kalpante Bhavit Sankarsanadopi. So, it is written, Garbhagata Sai Mahavishnu Murti Bhed. It is written only Garbhagata Sai Mahavishnu in different form going to maintain. Garbhagata Sai Mahavishnu is a different forms of Garbhagata. It is a different form of that Garbhagata Sai Mahavishnu. And since connected with Tamagun, Rudra seems to be undergone some reaction, transformation, but actually not. So in Brahma Samhita it is written, like the milk with the addition of some catalyst take the form of curd, but actually constitutionally all milk, not anything else. Similarly, purposely when Bhagavan going to take this form, then so it seems that he has some tamorajo, but not that. Is remaining intact. So, in other sastras, according to the appearance of Rudradev, according to the scriptural advice, it is written, Rudra sometime taking a birth from the forehead of Brahma, in some other places different way, from Vishnu, forehead, all different. Different kind of scriptural documents are found, all are right, time to time, according to time and circumstances, this is happening. So, about Rudradev, appearance of Rudradev, it is written in Satapat Brahman, one Shastra, that some Kalpa, Brahma and Rudra taking birth from the forehead of Brahma. In our Mahapanishad or in different Puram, it is written in other Kalpa, Kamalapati Vishnu, from the forehead of Vishnu, Rudra coming. Again, in Bhagavatam, again in Bhagavad Mahapuran, it is known that after Kalpanta, when one Kalpa is over, from Patal Tal, when from the mouth of Sankarshan, fire coming Kalagni, from Patal, Shankar, from the mouth of Sankarshan, there appears some fire, Kalagni Rudra Utpannohan. So in Bhagavatam it is written, sometime from Patal Tal, there is Sankarshan, Mukhagni, fire coming from the face of Rudra, from Sankarshan to burn up all. Then from the mouth of Sankarshan, Kalagni Rudra can appear, this is also written. So different kind of opinions are written, not that all useless, everything is okay, but time to time according to Kalpa. Time to time according to Kalpa, it is true. According to Kalpa, it is all true, not false. Some Muni Rishis or Sadhu speaking, Krishna is Swayam Rup Bhagavan, Krishna Swayam, Prabhu, or Narayan Adi, they are Bilas, or Angsa, or sometimes somebody speaking Avesh, and Swayam Prabhu Sri Krishna is Swangsho, Garbhadosai Dityo, Purush, from there Brahma, Vishnu, Ashiv coming, and they are all taking the form of Ishar Koti. Or sometimes somebody speaking Brahma and Rudra, Jeev Koti, all different kind of opinions are there. I can discuss first, tomorrow I can discuss first Srishti Tattva. First of all, because otherwise you cannot understand, confusing. Srishti Tattva also, Rupa Gosvāmīpāda originally has written in Sanskrit. After that, Baladev was also in Sanskrit. So, their terminology is very exclusive. So, to realize it is really little bit, confusing. So, day by day we can go on discussing. So, sometime Rudra is born from Brahma's forehead, and sometimes he is born from Lord Kamalapati Vishnu's forehead. At the end of Brahma's day, the Rudra, who generates all destructive fire of Sankarshan, I already discussed from Sankarshan. Different kind of descriptions are found, but Srishti Anadi, infinity period is going, nothing abnormal, time to time, according to creation, Vivinna Manantar, Vivinna time, Srishti, different. So Rudra's birth from forehead of Brahma is described as in Satapat Brahman and Srimad Bhagavatamrita, and his birth from forehead of Lord Vishnu, husband of Kamala, Lakshmi, is described in Mahapanishad and various Puran. These descriptions are not useless, since Rudra appears in different ways during different Brahma, Kalpa, due to different Kalpa, different kind of, it's not all false or useless. The Rudra, who destroys the universe at the end of Brahma's day, is described in the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, that we can discuss. So how Sankarshan, Mukhagni, when the whole creation is over, how from the mouth of Sankarshan, Shankar Bhagavan taking place, all different kind of different kind of descriptions are found. So, not false is all okay. We can first of all tomorrow I can discuss, first of all, I can discuss creation, Srishti Tattva. Otherwise, all confusion, you cannot understand. Very complicated. So, here I like to stop my discussion. Excuse me. So, Hiranmayena patrena sattasya pahitam mukham tattvam prashnan apabrino sattva dharmaya dishtaye. Up to this point, I like to stop. Excuse me. Some disturbance took place in between. Vanchakalpatarasya ke basindu patitanang pavana bhavishna vyo namo.